What is up, everybody, and welcome to yet another awesome podcast. This one's going to be a little bit different. I'm doing my first solo podcast, which I think is long overdue. We're going to talk about reasons why I quit doing gaming content when I switched to podcasting so suddenly. So let's find out. This is the Gas Gauge Podcast. Bow.
Now listening to the Gas Gauge Podcast.
Welcome in, everybody. I want to go over a couple things before we just jump right into the main topic of why I quit doing the gaming content, also known as the Fortnite content creations, the shorts, the streams, why they stopped so abruptly. But first, I want to go over a couple things. First and foremost, I want to talk about the supporters, the old, the new, the OGs. Thank you, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. It is so cool to see you guys commenting on my videos, and you guys are hitting me up, telling me you're listening on Spotify. Seriously, this is more than I thought that it would ever be, and it really makes me happy. Secondly, I would like to welcome in our newest addition to the Gas Gauge Podcast. Drifter Voyages has now taken on the role as my editor. So welcome on in, buddy. I believe he might be taking in more clients. I don't know. I'm going to have him put his information right there. Whichever spot you choose in that corner, Drifter, throw it up there. And you can reach out to him and tell him, your ideas, and if it works, I'm sure he would love to have you. But welcome, bro. Love you, man. Thank you for choosing me, and I promise I won't let you down, dude. Thirdly, I want to talk about what's going on in the United States right now, all the way from the West Coast to the East Coast. We're getting battered with tornadoes, and my heart goes out to all of those that have lost friends or houses or pets. I truly feel for you. I couldn't imagine. We had a tornado, I want to say an hour and a half from where I live, and it's an area that I grew up in, and it just gives me heebie-jeebies just thinking about it. It's a spot where we would hang out. There's skate parks there we would hang out at. But yeah, my heart goes out to you guys. You guys rebuild soon. I know Michiganders are a crazy good community, so much love, guys. On to the main topic. Why did I quit making gaming content? I wasn't happy anymore. If I'm being honest, I was not happy anymore. You could see it in my videos. You could see it in my camera. There were times where I would rewatch my VODs and I literally looked like a robot. I wasn't having fun anymore. So after, carefully talking it over with my close people, I think we just realized it was time to move on. And that's something I really want to touch on today, is that as a streamer and a content creator, you're taught by so many people, don't give up, keep pushing, don't give up, keep pushing, you got this. I think there comes a time where you need to sit down, and this is the ugly truth, okay? This is a hard pill to swallow, and it took me a long time to figure this out. There comes a point where you have to sit down and ask yourself, is this what you want to do in 5 years? For example, with me in Fortnite, I used Fortnite as a grab. I'm sorry, I did. It was fun. I met a lot of cool people. I didn't really particularly care for the audience that I was getting. Nothing against them. It's just I couldn't relate to any of them. So there was that. I was getting mad all the time. It wasn't what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be something I used to build my YouTube up to 500 and then possibly to 1,000. It became an addiction. It wasn't fun anymore. It was to the point where I didn't care what I was capturing when I was clipping for YouTube Shorts. I was more worried about how many views I was going to get and why on one of them I got 12,000 and the other one I only had 400. And there's people out there that get 30 or 40 views and they're ecstatic. And I was to the point where it wasn't enough. It was almost like a drug. And once it hits that point, you have to take a step back. Like I was saying, everyone needs to take a step back and ask yourself, is this what it was supposed to be? So long story short, we can go over this in a different solo podcast. I was fortunate enough to find somebody. His name is Drifter Voyages, or Josh. I call him by his gamer tag, or his YouTube handle, sorry. I was very fortunate enough to find somebody like him because honestly, I didn't really know what a best friend was until I met him, and I was able to sit there and tell him my struggles with YouTube and how I felt, and he would listen and he would kind of tell me straightforward, like, listen, man, you're not doing this right, or you're looking at this the wrong way. The views shouldn't matter. Are you still having fun? That was a big one. Are you still having fun? And then he'd say, maybe you need to take a step back. And I thought maybe that was him just saying, like, I was taking it offensive. You know what I mean? Or defensive, sorry. And I would get kind of mad. And then we would sit there and talk, and it finally clicked one day. It's okay to take a step back and kind of look at the whole project as a whole. Ask yourself, is this what you wanted to do? And that's something I'd ask myself. Do I want to do this in the next 5 years? Could I see myself as a Fortnite streamer? And it boiled down, no, I couldn't. I watch people that play Fortnite. I can't match that. I was doing it for the wrong reason, and for that I apologize. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I feel like I provided good content, but I am sorry for the fact that you were probably hoping that I was continuing to be a Fortnite streamer. And that's why I kind of abruptly stopped and immediately decided to do the one thing I've been wanting to do, and that's podcasting. I've had nothing but enjoyment since then. Never in 1,000 years did I think I would be a podcaster. I love it. All my friends love it. I've met a lot of new people doing it. I love talking to people. And since then, I still play games. Like, I just don't create the gaming content for it. But crazy thing is, since then, I've been playing Call of Duty since, probably World at War, where they released downs, original zombies. I don't think they had the tactical nuke or whatever, the Moab back then, but, everybody and their brother was shooting for getting a Moab. And just last week, I got a freaking Moab. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm still gaming. I'm having a lot of fun. There was a moment that I was like, oh man, I should have clipped that. But that's slowly starting to go away. You know what I mean? I think it was because I was so used to doing it over and over and over that whenever I do something cool, I'm instantly like at my stream deck getting ready to hit it, and I realize, oh, that button's not there no more. I'm having a great time doing this. I have an editor now, so I'm really excited to the episode that he edited is coming out yesterday, if you're listening to this now, Friday, so I'm hoping to drop this on Saturday. Yeah, I'm doing good, guys. I really am. I got a couple questions. I wanted to do the fair thing and do a couple questions for me. Do I like the thin crust, the New York style, or the Detroit or Chicago style? My dream is to one day to go to New York and get an official slice of New York style pizza. But for now, I am going to take the nice thin crust, beautiful golden brown cheese, or like a pepperoni. So I would go New York style all the way. As a gamer dad, what's the most unexpected or humorous gaming moments you've experienced with your kids? Oh man, that's so awesome. So me and he'll say his gamer handle, have played a lot of Plants vs. Zombies. We have a lot of fun doing that. We like to do the strategic ways, and then we'll do the fun ways. Lots of laughs, lots of fun. We do Roblox and all that. We played a little bit of Minecraft. And that's another thing, guys. Now that I've stopped creating content, gaming content, I have so much more time. So much more time. Guys, I'm not kidding you when I say this. I probably averaged 4 hours of sleep a night, because not only was I streaming, I was also clip hunting, and then I had to edit them. I wasn't fortunate enough to have an editor. I had a good friend that would help me. He would give me ideas, he would teach me, but I was doing all this every single night, dropping 2 shorts a night. I'm a big A Day to Remember fan. I'm also a Drifter Voyage fan. Shout out, homie. A Day to Remember's music often carries strong emotions. Can you share a memorable moment or a life experience that a particular song of theirs has helped you through? That's not fair. I love every single song. I would probably say there's 2 songs, because I've seen them live. I'm actually seeing them live here in a couple months too. Me and the Mrs. TheProfessorGas are going to see them, and it's gonna be awesome. It'll be our second time. I would say The Downfall of Us All, just because, growing up with your homies singing that, no, like that, let's go, sorry. And then seeing it live is incredible. It's like a dream come true. Since then, my kids have found enjoyment out of their music. The song Rescue Me, we bop that a lot, so that's very memorable and super fun. In the realm of podcasting, what's been the most surprising or unexpected challenge you've faced since transitioning from gaming content to podcasting, and how did I overcome it? What is this, a job interview? Come on. I think the only issue was that I was super nervous. I'm not even gonna say a little, I was super nervous. Reason being is that this is uncharted territory, and it still is. Like every day I do this, or every time I do this, I don't know what I'm getting into. So like I've asked big streamers that have said yes, and I still get nervous with them. You know what I mean? Icy Jackets, for example. I didn't know Icy Jackets. I'm glad I do now. Icy's a fucking dope ass person. I never learned how to do that or do this besides chatting it up in game lobbies. And how did I overcome it? Just honestly takes that nut up or shut up mentality. At the end of the day, you ask yourself, how bad do you want this? That's what I did. I have the person, they have said yes. Are you really gonna let that slide, or are you gonna take action? Next question: if you could collaborate with any non-gaming celebrity on your podcast, who would it be and why? What topic would you love to discuss with them? A non-gaming celebrity. That's tough. I didn't even read these before I did this, just so you guys know. So this is a non-gaming celebrity. It would probably like a professional skateboarder. I did a lot of skateboarding growing up, and I still follow skateboarding. Probably Shane O'Neill. I would love to podcast with him and just kind of talk about his success, obstacles maybe that he's had in his come up. I hope you guys don't take what I said as a bad way, like, oh, Gas is just mad or any of that. It's not even like that. It's more or less, if you're at something and it gets to the point where it's not fun anymore, take a step back, ask a couple people their opinion. They're probably going to tell you, you're fine, dude, you're fine. But if you explain to them what you want and your expectations, they can help you out a lot more. And just know it's okay to try something different. You know what I mean? I could always go back to gaming. That knowledge is retained at this point. I can always go back to gaming. But I know for right now, I'm loving podcasting. I'm loving that you guys are listening to this, and I cannot thank you enough. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. If you haven't, you guys, be sure to check out my fourth wall. It's my merch store. I got lots of cool stuff in there. I've had 4 or 5 people buy some shirts. They're loving them. There's coffee mugs, there's tumblers, there's book bags, there's everything. And if there's anything else you want to see, let me know. I'm going to drop that link right here. Thank you guys so much. I think this is going to conclude this podcast for today, the solo mini cast. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace.
And this concludes the Gas Gauge Podcast. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you think.